Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for this weekend's League One fixture. It's Wigan versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, Wigan versus Doncaster Rovers this Saturday in League One. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you very much for sticking around, it is greatly appreciated. If this video has brought you to the channel or you're recently new, this is the format that we go through match previews. We look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to profile, say a few words about that individual. Then we look at the opponent, in this case Wigan, look at a brief history, couple of honours, and then my opinion on the one to watch for you guys. But you guys know your club much better than what I do, so if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your player to watch. I'll give my opinion on who I think it is, and then we do the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, and then me and the family have got a league table, a predictions league table, so there'll be an update on that, and then to finish off, my score prediction for the upcoming fixture. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. And Wigan have faced Doncaster a total of 37 times in our history, and Wigan currently leading the way with 16 wins. Rovers coming out on top on 11 occasions, and we've shared the spoils in 10 games out of those 37. And it's not just over our whole history where Wigan are leading. It's looking very one-sided as we're going into this one, as we look back at the more recent last five. Go back to 2016, that was the last time Rovers tasted victory over Wigan Athletic, and that was at the Keepmoat Stadium, a 3-1 victory there. But then in the 17-18 season, two defeats, a 3-0 away defeat, and then a 1-0 home defeat, and I believe that one was the one which has got quite a good following, quite a lot of views on the channel. That's where they won the championship in League One. So yeah, I'll link that in the top corner if you Wigan fans haven't seen it. I think pretty much every Wigan fan has seen it by now. But then we didn't face off again until the 2020-21 season, where it was a double for Wigan once again, a 1-0 away win and then an absolute thumping at home, 4-1. And I hope we don't get a scoreline like that on Saturday, but with our recent form and what's happened tonight as I'm recording this, doesn't look promising for the Rovers. And that leads nicely on to current form, and we're not very good at the minute. It's the hangover has continued from last season, and it's starting to make the fan base quite toxic. We need a good performance, we need a win, a confidence building win as soon as possible, just to kind of settle the ship a little bit, because we have just had a horrid start to the season. Our last 5 games, 4 defeats and 1 draw, really not good enough at all, and the expectation for us this season was mid-table. I think at the minute, if we carry on the way that we are, we'll be lucky to get double figures in points in the league, but there's a long way to go yet. Don't start panicking. It'll be fine. Wigan, on the other hand, solid start to the season, and their last 5 is a draw, 3 wins, 1 of those on penalties, and then a defeat on penalties as well. But Wigan, huge recruitment over the summer, and I believe their sights are firmly set on getting back into the Championship after they steadied their ship last season, avoided relegation after financial turmoil off of the pitch. So nice to see them on a positive trajectory after recent years. And as I've said, solid start to the campaign with 3 wins and a draw from their first 5 league games, through to the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, which is decent, and they've got themselves a home tie against Sunderland, who they've already beaten 1-0, I believe it was. So they'll be looking to get through to the 4th round if possible. And for me, Wigan just going about their business extremely well. It's going to be a tough fixture on Saturday. Rovers, on the other hand, a horrid start. I've already said it, poor start. Our expectation was mid-table, and it's looking tough. There's mitigating circumstances, injuries, it is a rebuild, but there's no excuses for what we've seen over the first 5, 6, 7 games of the season. There's been tidy bits of play, but it's just not been good enough in the final third, and our horrid start has been compounded massively in the last 10 days with a defeat to local rivals Rotherham 2-0 in the league. That one was a tough one to take. We were beaten by the better team on the day, even when Rotherham went down to 10 men. Early in the second half, we just offered very little attacking threat, very little in the final third. We were just too slow moving the ball, and then that got made worse by Will Grigg deciding to go to Rotherham over Doncaster on the transfer deadline day. Completely understand the decision to go to Rotherham. Seemed to be a much better set-up team, and a team that could well be in the top 6 come the end of the season, whereas Doncaster in a little bit of trouble. So as a player, which one are you going to go to? Can't really fault him, but from a Rovers fan's point of view, very disappointing to lose out on the main target, I'd say, to a local rival. But then tonight, as I'm recording this, we got absolutely thumped in the Pizza Cup, the Papa John's Trophy, 6-0 at home to Rotherham. Very disappointing, very embarrassing result, and although it's a cup that not many people are interested in, it still hurts. That seeing that result against any team, not just your local rival, will hurt any fan, and I hope the players are feeling that pain as much as what the fans are, because they need to take a long hard look at themselves in the mirror. The club does from top to bottom really, and we need some answers as fans. It's been around on social media over the last couple of days, couple of weeks. As I say, the fan base is toxic at the minute. Not nice being a Rovers fan. It makes it a bit harder creating content as well when there's such a disjointed fan base. But hopefully we can start to turn a corner sooner rather than later and put this ship back sailing in the right direction. But yeah, on the night for Rotherham, by the sounds of it, I was at work, so couldn't go to the game. But by the sounds of it, before the 3 goals went in 5 minutes, we looked okay. A bit more attacking threat with Vilka, Hiwula and Dodu, but the result is getting worse. We've been in games in the league. We've not been turned over like this in the league. So hopefully this is a massive wake-up call and Richie gets into them, because something needs sorting before we face Wigan on Saturday. Because if not, it could be a similar scoreline, which I'm not looking forward to reading. But yeah, 6 different scorers on the night for Rotherham, and we've failed to score in 7 outings. It's a tale of 2 very different Yorkshire clubs at the minute, and it could be a very long, hard season ahead. Anyway, moving on. Player profile for Doncaster Rovers. I've gone with Jordi Hiwula in this video. 26-year-old forward, plays more out on the wing. Previous clubs, Manchester City, where he started his career, didn't play for Manchester City. He was loaned out to Yeovil and Walsall, then moved to Huddersfield. Had stints at Wigan, Bradford, Fleetwood, Coventry and more recently Portsmouth before moving to Doncaster. 201 career appearances, 45 goals, and I'm hoping that Jordi adds to our very lacking attacking threat. As I say, when it was goalless on Tuesday, it sounds like him, Vilka and Dodu were causing problems and creating more than what we've seen in recent weeks. So hopefully, as he gets up to match fitness, he's been injured for the start of the season, as he gets up to match fitness, Taylor coming back, Okanabiri coming back, fingers crossed it turns a corner. But I'm looking forward to seeing him play. First game I'll see him play is Morecambe in a couple of weeks, because I'm not going to Wigan, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play, and hopefully starts creating chances for Dodu, Chukur, Bogle, who's going to be up front, who knows. But hopefully Jordi Hiwula can start putting some balls in and creating some chances for us to hopefully put away and get some results and some points on the board. Moving on to the opponents in this video, Wigan Athletic, founded in 1932, currently managed by Liam Richardson, and I like Liam as a manager. I said in my season preview that I was unsure how he'd cope with the pressure of a promotion push. Did very well at a survival last season, but he's showing everybody that he can cope with the pressure of a promotion push as well. Started very well, and as I say, going about the business extremely well. I think Liam is a big component in the Wigan Athletic machine at the minute. Recent honours: Championship runners up in 2004-2005, League One champions in 2017-18. So they've been here, they've done it. Could they do it again this season? It's a long, hard season. We will see. And then the surprising one for me: FA Cup winners in 2012-13 against Man City. Fantastic day out for Wigan fans. And for me, the one to watch for you guys this Saturday is your top scorer, Callum Lang. He's only got 2 goals, but I think he offers much more than that. I think if he's on the ball, he'll create chances. And if he's offered a sight at goal, he will try and take it. And I think he could cause our defence problems on Saturday. So I'm going with Callum Lang as Wigan's one to watch on Saturday. As I said, you know your club much better than what I do. In the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on the player to watch. Moving on to my predicted lineup for Saturday. This is thanks to FanHub. If you've not got it, download it. It's a great app. Pop your teams in. You get points. Go to grounds and it registers where you've gone and bits and pieces like that. But yeah, my predicted lineup for Saturday: I've gone with Darberg in goal, Noyle, Williams, Cameron John and Tommy Rowe as our back four. Not sure if Anderson's going to be fit and ready yet. Ben Close did go off with an injury tonight, so he may get swapped out for somebody else. But to join him in the midfield three, I've gone with Galbraith and Bostock, and then the front three of Vilka, Dodu and Iwula. And hopefully that is the squad that will get us some points on Saturday. If you're new to this, me and the family have got a predictions league table. We've done it for a few seasons now, where we predict the scoreline of every single league game as well. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game but not the scoreline right, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And I went with a 2-0 win for Rotherham on Saturday, our last league game, which got me 3 points. The rest of the family went with different scorelines and got no points, so that pulled me just above Max. Dad still leading the way with 5 points at the top of the table. Chris second with 3, me in third with 3 points, and Max at the bottom with 1. Very tight this season already. It's going to be swapping and changing every single week. If you want to see it before the next preview, I will be putting the predictions on my Twitter. Link to that is in the description down below, and that comes on just before kick-off. So watch out for those on Saturday if you want to follow the Predictions League before it comes out in the next preview. And that finally takes me on to my score prediction. As I've said, I think it's going to be a very tough fixture on Saturday. Wigan started very well. We are the polar opposite. Not scored in 7. Wigan seem to be quite happily ploughing through teams at the minute. Not really turning teams over massively, but going about the business very, very well. And there's some big threats within their squad. There's no two ways about that. So it's going to be a very tough game. I'll always predict with my head and not my heart. I'd love to say that we'd win every game. As a fan, you want your team to win every game, but I just can't see anything other than a 3-1 defeat on Saturday. I think we'll get the goal. I think the front three will start to click. A couple more days in training with each other, try and get onto the same wavelength, and hopefully we get a goal. But I think Wigan will be too strong for us on Saturday, so I'm going with a 3-1 win for Wigan. Don't like saying it, but got to go with the head and not the heart. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Let me know how you think the game is going to go. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. We're over 2,200 now, so we're plodding on very well, and I'm over the moon with the support the channel's got. So please, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.